Welcome back, students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, the origin and evolution of the earth always a matter of controversy. Earth is a part of universe. How earth formed? How our universe was formed? What were the theories behind that? What is the Big Bang Theory and how our solar system, the stars and everything which is available in our universe is formed. Today we are going to start a new chapter in geography, that is the origin and evolution of the earth, where we will cover various topics which are related to our earth. But before that, we all know that all the creatures, all the human beings, everything which is available in our earth, that is the part of our earth. We are only having the planet which is known as the blue planet or a living planet over our solar system. Might be there, that is the possibility that there will be a lots of planet as like our earth, but till now these are not discovered. So here in this chapter we will study about the origin of universe, about the origin of our earth, the origin of our solar system, evolution of moon, and also the evolution of our atmosphere and hydrosphere, and what was the origin of the human being. There will be various part of this chapter in the different videos. And in our today's video, we are going to study about few important topics. So let's see which topics we will discover today. So students, in our today's video, we are going to cover these topics. Here we will study about origin of the earth, in which we will study the early theories of origin of the earth. In the second topic, we will study about the origin of the universe, where we will study about the modern theory and the mostly acceptable theory, that is the Big Bang Theory, where we will study the origin of our universe. And our today's important or third topic, that is the star formation. So let's start our today's chapter with our first topic, early theories about the origin of the earth. Let's see our first topic, that is the early theories about the origin of the earth. The first theory which has been given by the German philosophers, that was known as the nebular theory. Nebula is a gaseous cloud. Gas cloud with a warm core where a small protostar is formed, and that theory was firstly given by the German philosopher Immanuel Kant and later revised by Laplace. And after that there were many criticism of that theory by many other philosophers and the geographers, and that then after that a new theory came that was known as the binary theory. Then later in 1950s again the nebular theory which was accepted, and then after that a new revised theory came by the Otto Schmidt and Carl Weizsäcker. And this theory is talking about the formation of the planets, where there was a nebula or a gaseous cloud which was rotating over to a protostar, and then later it was attracted by the gravitational force of that protostar and converted into the planet. Now let's see through a short video what was the nebular theory. The nebular hypothesis, as proposed by Immanuel Kant and later revised by Laplace in 1796, considered that the planets were formed out of a cloud of material associated with the youthful sun, which was slowly rotating, while in 1900 Chamberlain and Moulton considered that a wandering star approached the sun. As a result, a cigar-shaped material separated from the solar surface. As the passing star moved away, the material separated from the sun continued to revolve around the sun, and it slowly condensed into the planet. Moreover, on there, if we want to discuss about the nebular theory, there are few stages of the nebular theory through which the evolution of Earth was supposed. So, these are the stages known as the formation of disk, formation of the planetesimals, and cohesion and the formation of planets. So, we will go through one by one of these all stages. First, the formation of disk. The stars are their localized lumps of gas within a nebula. The gravitational force within the dumps leads to the formation of a core to the gas cloud and the huge rotating disk of gas and dust developed around the gas core. Then formation of planetesimals. In the next stage, gas clouds starts getting condensed and the matter around the core develops into small rounded object. These small rounded objects, by process of cohesion, develop into what is called as planetesimal. Then after that cohesion process, larger bodies start forming by collision and cause the material to stick together by the gravitational attraction. These are large number of small bodies. Then the last process is known as the formation of planets. In the final stages, these large numbers of the planetesimals occurred to form a fewer larger body in uniform of planet, and that is the nebular theory, which is telling us about the early theory of the origin of the earth. In the other words, we can say the nebula would be created with no angular momentum. So it is probably initially spinning slowly. Because of conservation of angular momentum, the cloud spins faster as it contracts. The spinning nebula flattens because of the competing forces associated with the gravity, gas pressure, and rotation. The contracting nebula begin to flatten into a spinning pancake shape, as you can see in this picture. In the nebular hypothesis, a cloud of gas and dust coalesced by gravity begins to spin faster because of angular momentum, conservation with a bulk at the center, as illustrated in this figure. You can see the coalescing spinning nebula begins to flatten into a rotating pancake. Condensation of protosun and protoplanets. As the nebula coalesced further, instabilities in the coalescing rotating cloud causes local regions to begin to contract gravitationally. These local regions of condensation will become the sun and the planets, as well as their moons and other debris in the solar system. This is the theory of the origin of the earth. But without the universe, there is no existence of the earth. So how the universe was formed? After the discovery of the formation of earth, the geographers started to research about the theory of the origin of the universe. Means how the universe were formed. If the theory of nebula is there for the earth, so what is the theory through which the universe was formed? So that was known as the modern theory of the origin of the universe, which is also known as the expanding universe hypothesis. Means a supposed theory where we are having the theory that universe is expanding, where the expanding of the universe was started from a small atom, and later with the explosion it was exploded, and till now also it is going to be exploded. Suppose for example, we are having a small balloon and we have to blow to that balloon, and if in that balloon, like if we are having a small balloon and we are having few marks on that balloon, if we will blow that balloon, so obviously the marks which we have mentioned here, these will be too much far. So same like that, in the expanding universe hypothesis also, there was a small atom like a balloon. When it was started the explosion again and again inside of that atom, there was a expansion of the universe also happened, where all the planets were separated from each other and a universe was formed. This theory has been given by the Edwin Hubble in 1920, and later the theory also revised and known as the Big Bang theory. So now let's see what was the Big Bang theory and how it is telling us about the origin of the universe. Under the modern theory of the origin of the universe, the scientists in the later period took up the problems of origin of the universe rather than that of just the earth or the planets, and out of which the most popular arguments regarding the origin of the universe is the Big Bang theory. What was the Big Bang theory? The Big Bang theory is the most popular argument regarding the origin of universe. It is also called expanding universe hypothesis. It considered few stages in the development of the universe. As in the first stage, initially all the matter existing today is constructed in an place in the form of a tiny ball, or we can say a singular atom or primordial matter with unimaginable small volume, infinite temperature and infinite density. Means the tiny ball, because it was a singular atom, it was having whether the small volume but having an infinite temperature which can't be measured, and density was also infinite which can't be measured. Then in the second stage, what was happened? In the second stage, at the time of the Big Bang, about 13.7 billion years before, this tiny ball exploded violently. There was an explosion which was too big in that tiny ball. This leads to its explosion continuing up to the present time, as you can see in this video. Still, this explosion is happening in this tiny ball. As the size increases, some energy gets converted into matter. A rapid expansion started within the fractions of a second after the bang, which later shows down. The first atom starts to be formed within the first 3 minutes of the Big Bang event. Then at the last stage or the third stage, within 3 lakh years from the Big Bang, temperatures drop to 4500 Kelvin and gives rise to atomic matter. And then after that, the universe was formed. Even because it was the explosion in an atom due to which the universe becomes transparent, and the matter which was exploded, it was attracted due to the gravitational force of the big parts, and the big parts attracted to the small gaseous part and formed the own planets or the systems, which were known as the different type of galaxies, and later in the galaxies these were known as the solar system. For example, the Milky Way is the galaxy of our planet, and we are having a solar system. Now, after formation of the universe, the stars were also formed. So let's see how the star formation had been done. Star formation is the process by which dense regions within molecular clouds is interstellar space, sometimes referred to as stellar nurseries or star forming regions, fuse to form star. The distribution of matter and energy was uneven in the universe. The density differences give rise to differences in gravitational forces. It caused the matter to get drawn together. This is the base for the formation of the galaxies. Galaxies contain large number of stars. The formation of stars was about 5 to 6 billion years ago, where the denser gases were condensed into star. The average diameter of the star is 80,000 km to 1,50,000 light years. Here we can say the star forming by accumulation of hydrogen gas in the form of cloud. Now here you can see a short video through which you will become to know what was the process of the formation of the stars. Hope the topic which we have discussed in today's video was interesting to you. Here our today's topics are complete. At the last of the video, I am going to provide you few keywords, and in the next part of the video, we will discuss about the formation of planets and the solar system. So for that, don't forget to keep watching SST Zone. Today's keywords are number 1, galaxies. Galaxies means they contain a large number of stars. They are spread over vast distance to be measured in thousands of light years. Next keyword is light year. A light year is a measure of distance and not of time, and is equal to the distance travelled by light in 1 year. It is equals to 9.461 into 10 to the power 12 kilometer. The third keyword is speed of light. It travels at a speed of 3 lakh kilometer per second, or the actual speed is 2,99,792.5 kilometer per second. Or we can also change it into the miles, that is 1,86,000 miles per second. What is nebula? Nebula is a giant cloud of gas and dust in space having a swirling motion. Next, the protostar. The hot core developed in the gaseous cloud is known as the protostar. Solar system. The sun, the planets and the satellites make the solar system. Milky Way. The name of our galaxy is Milky Way. Jovian planets. The gas giant planets such as Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto are called Jovian or Jupiter-like planet. Next keyword is terrestrial planets. Terrestrial planets, or we can say Earth-like planets, are Mercury, Venus, Mars and Earth are called the terrestrial planets.